Welcome to the 757 podcast, man. I'm your host, Diesel D. You know what I'm saying? Most people know me by Darrius. But this is a special episode, man. This episode one of my podcasts, man. This is episode one. So, you know, I just want to, I'm going to dedicate this episode, man, to my parents, David and Diane Fauché, who both passed away in 2020, so this is a special episode for me, and I have a special guest on there today too. In this episode, also dedicated to Mr. Elton Walker, the father of the guest. So we're gonna have a special day, special podcast.
Right, yo, can I talk? Can I talk?
Let me
talk.
Let me talk.
Yo, why y'all doing what? We didn't talk on your part. Shut the fuck up, then. Shut up, then.
Tap in and make sure y'all hit that subscribe button to the 757 podcast. Yo, we got a special guest today, man. My dog Tyler Walker, man.
Facts.
AKA Moses X.
Facts.
Moses X. Let me hit the horn for him one time.
We here. 757 was down.
757 podcast.
757 podcast was down, dog.
Yeah. So for people who don't know, man, Tyler Walker, this dude, it's funny because we're in our 30s right now, right?
That's a fact.
And this dude was probably one of my first best friends ever in life.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
We met at probably about 6 years old. We went to the same elementary school, man. And
you hear me?
It's funny how life go because we went maybe 30 years without even talking, communicating, seeing each other on scenes, in the basketball world, whatever. But social media, et cetera,
Facts.
Just running into each other again, 30 years and, so much life that happened in between, that time, for us to pick back up and have, those types of real conversations, you know what I'm saying? It just drawed us back in. So, without further ado, you know what I'm saying? This is my man's Tyler Walker, a.k.a. Moses X.
Facts. We here.
Introduce yourself, my boy.
I like my dog stated, you feel what I'm saying? T. Walker, you dig? Moses X, you feel what I'm saying? The Moses X, if y'all don't know, that's my moniker. I make music, I do different things, so and if you're trying to understand the meaning behind the name, Moses, the man in the Bible, is one of my heroes. Malcolm X is also one of my heroes, and I combined the names to come up with Moses X. But like D said, man, we used to run the halls of Estelle Elementary to get a Miss Simmons class. You heard me?
Facts.
So listen, I always tell you about this. Listen, my first kiss was from a chick named Brittany. You hear me?
Right.
Brittany had long hair. I don't know. Hey,
Brittany.
Brittany, if you ever see this, I'm trying to see how you look today. I want to see something.
Don't know where she at.
I don't know where she at. You hear me? But shout out to Brittany. You hear me?
Hopefully this finer. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
let's
saying?
go. Brittany, shout out to you,
Shout
girl.
out to Brittany.
Girl, you kissed me on my cheek and I was in love. You hear me?
Facts.
Girl, yeah, let's go. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, man.
So just whatchamacallit, man, just growing up where we grew up from, T, we could kind of get into that, man, because it's not easy growing up, for those who don't know, we from the West Bank of New Orleans, which is I'm from Marrero.
That's a fact. That's a
Tyler,
fact.
you from?
I'm from all over, honestly, bro. Listen, I was in Marrero, then I was in Harvey, then I was in West Wego. You hear me? So I got family. That my grandma on my mama's side and was in Walkertown. My grandma on my daddy's side and was in West Wego. So, like, I mean, for most of my childhood, we was in Marrero. You feel what I'm saying? And then we moved we was in Harvey first, then we moved to Marrero, then we moved back to Harvey. And it's a lot of bouncing around, dog. But as far as like the West, I'm from the West Bank. You hear me?
Right, we from the West
Bank. From the West Bank.
Shout out to the West Bank.
Shout out to the West Bank. Yeah, West Bank of New Orleans to be
Shout
specific. You hear me? Yeah, dead. Hell yeah.
So just let's get a people a little rundown of who Tyler is. You know what I'm saying? Who Tyler is? How you grew up? What high school you went to, et cetera, et cetera.
So, who Tyler is a deep question because Tyler, I'm talking in third person right now, but I'm still figuring myself out, and we're gonna get into why, as a mid-30-year-old man, I'm still figuring myself out, which is actually normal out there, people. Right. Let's keep that in perspective. But I am a son of a pastor. I grew up in the church house. I grew up singing to God, you feel what I'm saying? I still sing to God. Shout out to the big man upstairs. You hear me? Shout out to Mom Dukes, Devereen, and of course my father. You're my best friend, I got shout out to the siblings. Grew up hooping, playing sports, doing all that good stuff. I was really always out the way though, D. Like I stayed to myself, dog. Like the people that know me. The people that don't know me, they might know something that I've done, but they're not aware of it was me that did it. But it's cool, you know what I'm saying? Like I just stay out the way, dog. It's me as a person, I'm just a laid back cat, and I'm out the way.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
You know what I'm saying? I'm out the way. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's how it is. People who know me, know me. I went there every play ball. Was a cool dude.
That's a fact.
Hit the scene here and there, whatever
that's
the case
a fact.
may be. But for the most part, shit, I'm out the way, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Before we can curse on you?
Yeah, go
ahead.
Right,
before a motherfucker say something, yes, I graduated and went to Archbishop Shaw, you feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So I ain't gonna go that far and say shout out Shaw, D, you hear me?
we gonna shout Shaw.
You hear me? Hey, whatever, hey, shout out to Shaw, you hear me? Shaw taught me a lot of things. Shaw taught me a lot of social how to move in society, because when you a black man in a predominantly white school, we don't gotta go in depth into that, but it teach you a lot of things. You gotta learn how to move, right? And it kind of set me up for the industry that I'm working in right now. So I appreciate Shaw and everything that it taught me there. So.
Right. So so what kind of linked us back towards each other later in life is the fact that we share something in common, like something that most people don't go through, and we're gonna go back to your music and your artistry and all that later.
That's a fact.
So we gotta talk about. Let's get it. Yeah, I won't get this out the way early. You know what I'm saying? Because this is emotional talk and shit. We gotta get to it. So I won't get to what kind of linked us back together, you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Your cousin, Chuck Moolah TV. Shout out to Chuck Moolah,
Shout
man.
out to Chuck Moolah, you hear me?
Shout out
Money
to Chuck
making
Moolah,
what they call them, you hear me? Let's talk about it.
For the people that know, me and Chuck been friends since yay high, 11, 12 years old, something like that, right? And, we all ended up moving from Louisiana to different parts of Texas. At one point Chuck was in Miami, then he ended up moving to Texas, right? So on our journeys, me and Chuck talking every day. And then on Tyler's journey, Tyler was talking to Chuck too, so that's how we all kind of just link back up, you know what I'm saying?
Fellowshipping again,
Start fellowshipping and talking to each other every day. They in and out about our journey. I'm talking about on the phone.
Keeping each other going.
Keeping each other going, long days, long nights.
Man,
laughing. Crying, arguing.
Man, come on,
everything under the sun.
Doing what brothers do.
Doing what brothers do. So, in the midst of that, I know through the grapevine, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, you must have heard about me losing my parents first, right?
I think
I told you.
I probably up until that point I didn't have really no idea. Maybe through conversation with Chuck, with me telling him about my situation,
right.
he mentioned it, and then once we got on the phone and we started talking how we, because it was kind of like riding a bike pedal with you and me, you feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Especially when we express what we about to get into. It was like we finally found somebody that can be empathetic towards our situation.
And that experience what we experience. So, when somebody experience what you experience, it make you more open, more comfortable to talk to them.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
And y'all share the same exact feelings.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So for those who don't know, during COVID-19 in 2019, 2020, early 2020, I went through like probably the most darkest times of my life, the most traumatic shit I probably ever was a part of in my life. I'll start with April. In April of 2020, April 7th to be exact, I lost my mother. My mother, Diane Fauché. People knew her as Miss Sue. I lost her. She had a long battle with COVID. It was about like a maybe 2-week battle, 2.5-week battle. And, I lost her, you know what I'm saying? And not only did I lose her, like I didn't lose her in a hospital, or I didn't know that this was about to happen. It was just something that just,
man,
like me and my father was looking after her, taking care of her needs, here and there, whatever, making sure she was good. And, that night, just to illustrate things for the people, that night, man, I laid up there and I'm eating, the world shut down. So we inside, everybody inside, anytime you leaving, you going fucking fetch food you going to work out or you going to do something.
Too much
you ain't doing too much. So imagine the bonding time that me and my family had, like we reconnected, the world stopped. So they gave us an opportunity to get back to family and love and all of that, all that good stuff. So
that's a fact.
Being in there with my mom, we fully reconnected back, talking about our journeys of life, doing it all, bro. Like, and then, she ended up getting sick. And, I'm bringing her to the doctor back and forth, and he telling her she got COVID-19. And mind you, at this time, we don't even know what the fuck COVID was. Like,
Right.
So they taking all kind of fucking vaccines, and they doing all kind of extra shit, bro. And,
Right.
None of that shit was working. So, leading up to her passing, she slept for like a week straight. Her body was hot, she was warm, laying in the bed a week straight. And man, she woke up after about a week. Like she woke up after about a week straight. And man, she turned up, she had her phone off. Everybody was calling her, she wasn't answering, she had her phone off. And she woke up and she said that was the most peaceful sleep she ever had in her life, in her whole entire life. And mind you, my mom was only 59 years old.
Right.
So that was the most peaceful sleep, rest, well, I think she was 60, one of them. So that was the only, most people, she was always on the move, bro. Good woman, very good woman. The people that know her, bro, they know what's up with her.
Right,
so
they can vouch for her.
They can vouch for her, you know what I'm saying?
Facts,
So
that's a fact.
So the night prior, the night before, after, she had she had a farewell tour, like they do in the NBA, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was calling her. She talked to everybody. She let people know that she was feeling better. Even though she was hurting in the inside, she let people know that how good she was feeling, this, that, and the third.
Right.
So, my pops, they was married for, 30 plus years. You know what I'm saying? Together forever.
Yeah.
So, man, to watch her and my pops battle this COVID shit, it let me know love is still alive. You know what I'm saying? So, me watching that shit, it motivated me to want to love, to find love. It opened me up. You know what I'm saying?
They don't make that type. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say they don't make that type of love no more. It's just
rare. It's very rare in today's time.
Yes, indeed.
So, night before, man. Well, the night of, moms and pops doing their thing. Pops giving her a bath because she weak. She can't do shit for herself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I just had a fucking eerie feeling that night, bro. Like
Yeah.
an eerie feeling. It's kind of like I already knew what was up. Like I
Yeah.
just felt that shit in my bones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, man, I go upstairs. We got a 2-story house. Go upstairs, bro. I'm after I ate, I done went laid down. You know, Pops called me, Darrius. I'm like, fuck, here you go. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because I just felt the shit.
Yeah.
So I go downstairs. He like, man, your mom can't breathe. She gasping for air. She can't breathe. We're gonna have to call the ambulance. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, call the ambulance. Like, so now this shit playing in my fucking head like a motherfucking movie. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit playing in my head like a fucking movie. I'm watching this shit. I'm still, I don't know what the fuck to do, really. It ain't too much you could do in these types of situations outside of, you know, call the ambulance or whatever.
Right,
so
right.
I go, I call the ambulance and then I rush back to her, like, you know, by her side. And, you know, this moment I would never let go, you know, out my brain. Like this moment is the moment that it haunts me here and there, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So she gasping for air, bro. She looking at me. She ain't even looking at my dad. Like she looking at me dead in my eyes, gasping for air. She like I'm just like, Ma, breathe. Like just breathe.
Yeah.
I'm just telling her breathe through your nose, you know, breathe through your nose, out your mouth. Just breathe through your nose, out your mouth. She gasping for air. And the whole time I'm watching her just lose life, bro. And, you know, to watch a person that you love, life just slip away.
Yeah.
That shit fuck you up.
Nah, that's not
It
a regular
fuck
experience.
you all the way up. You know what I'm
That's definitely not a regular
saying?
experience, my boy.
And man, it's the most like, it's the most terrifying thing a person could ever have to fucking go through, bro, is to lose not only somebody that you love and somebody that you've known all your life, but your mother, the person that you came from. You know what I'm saying? Like your mother, like to lose your mother, bro, is something I wouldn't wish on nobody. You know,
That's a fact.
you know, a lot of people gonna have to go through it. You know what I'm saying? But to have to go through that shit and endure that shit, man, that shit gonna turn you into something
Totally
different. You know what I'm
totally
saying? Grief hit you.
That's a fact.
You know, man, you start off numb. Well, I know I did. Everybody grieves different, but
Yeah.
you know, you start off numb as a motherfucker, and you don't even know what this shit is. Like I didn't know what grief was until I lost my mom. You know what I'm saying?
I
you
understand.
know, me going through that, man, watching her take her last breath, and then, you know, I gotta help my pops transfer her body from the bed because she was laying in the bed when it happened. I had to get my pops to like, we had to transfer her from the bed to the floor so the ambulance people could come in there. They cut her clothes up, and he had to put the resuscitation pump on, and it was just pumping her. And in my head, I'm like, man, she not coming back. She gone. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the positive, I had to take positives out of that moment. You know, she was at home. You know, in the confines of her home. You know, it was peaceful. It wasn't like it was a tragic car accident or nobody murdered her and shit like that. That's the type of shit I used to leave the house and be afraid to, you know, to hear. But to watch her go in the manner she went, I knew it was peaceful, but it still fuck you up at the end of the day. Like if you ever went through that, man, you know that shit fuck you all the way up. And I'm gonna fast forward the story a little bit. So, you know, trying to grieve that moment, you know, trying to be there for my kids. I got 2 daughters. Trying to be there for my daughters during that moment because they lost their grandma. You know, a grandma, and she was more than a grandma to them. She was also a mother figure to them. So, for them to have to lose her in such a manner, you know, man, it just like all that shit just fucked me up, man. I was in a very dark space, bro. Fucked my brother up. You know, my brother was on the road when I had to call him. And, you know, for him to, you know, have to endure that moment, you know, kind of fucked him up too. So, the next moment, because this is a 3-layer story. So the next moment, my brother ended up with COVID. So Pops going back and forth to the hospital. I'm fucked up now. I done lost my mom. My dad fucked up. He done lost his wife. So then by us seeing the shit, you know, it make you fuck you up even more. But my brother ended up with COVID-19. Shout out to Duke, man. Shout out to my brother, man. Shout out to Duke.
Shout out to Duke.
Shout out to Duke. What up, Duke? I love you, bro. I love you, brother. You know what it is. You know what I'm saying? I love you, bro. Shit. That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? I love my brother. But man, my brother go through COVID-19, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Now watch my brother. You know, he's naturally a big dude. Man, my brother lost so much weight. The nigga couldn't breathe. Like, man, so my pops back and forth to the hospital, you know, to go see my brother. And, you know, my pops told me that the doctor told him, I don't think the doctor told my brother this, but the doctor, I don't know, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know, but the doctor told my pops he don't think my brother gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? So imagine what that do to a father who just lost his wife, and now your oldest son, because it's just me and my brother. We don't have no other siblings, but your oldest son got this shit too that the world can't figure out.
Right.
And then he losing friends, he losing older family members. People dropping fucking left and right. You know what I'm saying? You'll think it's the fucking rapture or something going on. You know what I'm saying? People was just dropping left and right. So that shit like completely shattered my father, bro. It completely shattered him. You know, he was already dealing with grief with my mom. Now to have to go through the same shit with your oldest son is like, fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? So man, my brother ended up he was still sick, but he got out the hospital. Yeah. So, you know, as he getting out of the hospital, you know, shout out to my brother's wife, my sister-in-law, you know, shout out to her because she was helping him through everything, you know, and my brother ended up making it through, but he was still fucked up the whole entire time. So, mind you, we can't have no proper funeral, no proper burial, none of that shit. So we had to have all that shit on hold for my mom. And so my dad, he made it through April. You know, I lost my mom April 7th. My birthday, April 16th. I lost her a week before my birthday. Yeah. And then, let me see, April, May, June, July come. My daddy made it through 3 months, maybe. You know, maybe made it through 3 months. And he took a turn for the worse. You know what I'm saying? So I watched Pops go from looking healthy, you know, walking, you know, talking, eating, to, man, don't want to get out of bed. I'm talking about, bro, fucked up. Like, I ain't never saw my daddy this vulnerable before. I ain't never saw Pops like this, like, ever. So, you know, this shit getting me a little emotional thinking about this shit, bro. But just watching Pops kind of deteriorate, you know, in front of my eyes, bro, and the talks that me and him was having, you know, we bonding, bro. We bonding like more than ever, you know, at this time in my life. We bonding like way more than ever, bro. And to watch this man like deteriorate in front of me, you know, because of grief and like he was thinking he had COVID-19 because of shit that was going on. And to watch him like trying to fight this shit, bro, it was a battle not only with him but for myself, watching him be vulnerable like that. And man, it was crazy, bro, you know. And to watch Pops, man, you know, in his last days, you know, so I to illustrate that, man, you know, in his last days, man, Pops wasn't eating, he wasn't doing too much of nothing. So I took him to the hospital, you know. I'm like, Pops, he was a diabetic too, so I'm like, Pops, I don't know nothing about this diabetes shit. I don't know how you take your insulin, sticky stuff. I don't know about none of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm like, Pops, I'm gonna have to take you to the hospital, bro. You know, you gotta get you right, man. We gotta, you know, you're losing weight, you ain't eating. He like, all right, son, I'm gonna let you take me. I'm gonna take you. I'm gonna go tomorrow. I'm like, all right, bet. I'm gonna let you get you some rest, and we're gonna go the first thing in the morning. You hear me? So took him to the hospital next day, stayed overnight. You know, the nurses and doctors and shit telling me he good. You know, he grief was fucking him up. Like, so he was eating and you know, he ate real well. And he ate real well. Yeah, man. So Pops was he was eating real well, man. He was lively, you know, I guess because of the people that was around and all the lights being on, all that shit. Yeah. You know, so he was good, man. So I'm gonna say maybe less than a week or a week later, he kind of fell back into that abyss, into that dark hole, that grief. He crying every night. I could hear him, you know what I'm saying, crying every night. And, he not caring about shit he once cared about. And, just, so I got tired too, bro. I didn't sleep and this real shit. I didn't sleep probably for like 2 to 3 months.
Yeah.
Because of mom. Like, I never got real rest.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then now I'm concerned about my brother. My brother's still alive, but he's still fucked up.
Yeah.
And now I'm concerned about Pops. You know what I'm saying? So, to make a long story short, man, Pops ended up passing, man. And when he passed, it was that kind of fucked me all the way up. Like, mom's passing fucked me up.
Yeah.
But like, I'm preparing for like new life, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Without moms, with Pops still being here, this, that, and the third. But, and, another traumatic experience, you know what I'm saying? It's not like he was in a hospital and he passed, whatever. So the night before he passed, I'm telling Pops, man, I got to give me some fucking rest. Pops like, I'm tired as a motherfucker. Like, I got to just give me some rest, bro. Like, you got to get you some rest too. I ain't gonna check up on you tonight because I'm tired. Like, I need rest. Like, every other night I'm checking on him, 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning, shit like that. I'm coming in that bitch making sure he good. But this particular day, I'm like, I'm gonna just let you get you rest, and I'm gonna give me some rest, and then we could get up and figure the next day out, whatever.
Right.
So, and it's something again, I just knew. You know what I'm saying? If something, I just knew. So I wake up that next morning, bro. I go in Pop's room. And man, Pops not in the bed, you know what I'm saying? He not in the bed. So I just, in my head, I just know what the fuck going on. I don't know how you know this shit, but you know this shit. And man, it was a sight to see, you know what I'm saying? It was a sight to see, man. And Pops ended up passing, man, trying to I guess he was going to the bathroom or something, you know what I'm saying? Trying to make it to the bathroom or something, man. And, me seeing my daddy on a fucking floor lifeless.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
Like, what that do to you? Like, after this shit that already just happened with moms, you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So, like, man, it was the most, like, craziest shit ever, bro, that I ever fucking endured in my whole entire life. So, bro, I'm looking at Pop's lifeless. I'm like, Dad, like, get up. Like, get up, bro. Like, what you doing? Like, get up. Like, and I know he ain't getting up. I know he ain't moving. So I'm like, fuck, man. That's the first thing I said was fuck. Put my head down. I'm like, damn. So just to make sure, just to double check, bro, I had to check his pulse, move his arm, check his pulse.
Yeah.
Try to make sure he's still breathing at least. But, no pulse, no nothing. And, man, that shit it fucked me up so much, T. I had to, I didn't even call nobody right away. I ain't called nobody for like 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I left out the room. I went and sat in the living room, and I just sat down, man. I'm just like, God, please prepare me for this fucking moment, bro, that I'm about to endure, because this shit about to be like a whirlwind all over again. Different people calling you, people hugging your people.
Oh, man.
I ain't going through that shit, bro. It's shit life-changing experience, bro.
Facts, that's a fact.
So to lose one parent like that, and then to double back and lose your other parent, and your brother still being sick, huffing and puffing, can't take 2 steps without sweating like he ran a marathon.
Yeah.
Man, I was all fucked up. All fucked up, T.
Yeah.
And like, man, to go through, that experience, bro, that completely changed my life. We gonna kind of get into the changes later. I just wanted to get my story out real quick and share that with the world. This is like my first time probably ever talking. I didn't post the shit on social media or whatever, but to be vulnerable in a space like this, on a podcast and talking about this shit, man, it's been 5 years. It happened in 2020, so it's 2025. It's been 5 years, so the shit kind of, I've learned so much from it, so it's not, a detriment to my everyday life, but I had to go through a complete change, change as a person. You know what I'm saying? So, So me telling you my story, and then I didn't know prior that you had a story.
Oh man, what?
And that's what kind of connected us.
Yeah,
So what? So that's the back end of my story.
Yeah.
So
It's gonna be interesting because I know when people see this, like while you talking, right? I'm moving
Yeah.
around, all right. I'm fidgeting.
Yeah.
And I'm fidgeting because your story, especially with your mom's, is so relatable to mine. So it's like it's a traumatic response. That's what
Right.
that's what it is.
Right.
I'm fidgeting. I'm like this. I'm
Right.
like this. I'm like I'm uncomfortable because it's bringing back those emotions that
Facts.
when you talk about this, dog, it puts you back in that place.
Put you back in that place.
In my situation, my father.
So before you go,
go
I'm
ahead.
gonna let you tell your story, and then I ask you some questions.
Yeah,
you can ask me some questions.
facts,
We could get through the whole
facts.
conversation just for the people's sake. But go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
gonna let you go.
So prior to my father passing, my mother was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in 2009. So it was, and unfortunately, it was the most aggressive form of multiple sclerosis. So I watched this strong, independent woman become super dependent on everything, right? So my life began to change. Our lives, my siblings and our lives began to change, right?
How many siblings you got?
So that's an interesting question. I have 3 siblings.
Right.
So I got my oldest sister, Demetrius. I have my older brother, Elton Jr. And I have my younger sister, Kayla, my ride or die right there, you heard me? But shout out to them. But we got the word about my mom's 2009. And that was a moment, because when my father came up to me, walked up to me, told me, your things gonna be a little bit different now. Your mama dealing with such and such, and I remember my mama just walking up to me like slow, just and bust out crying, and I bust out crying, and we go to hugging each other and all that good stuff. So you started that. So from that moment, you just witnessed a decline in my mother's ability to maneuver and do things on her own. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to my mom. You hear me? I love you, baby.
Shout out to your mom.
But anyway, 2013, just like you said with your mother, a week before your birthday, my father unexpectedly was called home. 2013, June 18th. 2013. My birthday was a week and some change later, on the 29th. So it was just a random day, bro. I can't say that I seen this one coming.
Right.
I didn't see. My father was good as hell the day before. I dapped my father off and I said, all right, Pops, I see you in the morning. Pops was going to get up and take me to work. That was a normal thing at the time. You feel what I'm saying? But basically when I got up in the morning, Pops didn't get up with me. And it was a unique situation because my mother was still dealing with what she was dealing. So like, I kind of, how can I put this? I kind of created this storyline in my head. I said that God made my mama go through what she went through so she wouldn't have to deal. I don't think my mother would have been able to handle losing my father. Right. I think just like how your mother and father they was in love. Some people just be so in love with somebody, bro, right. And it's like, I don't think so. I think my mother went down that path because at that particular point in time, she was aware of things. My mother's still aware, but in terms of just being able to function like the everyday human being, it was taking its toll at that time. But my father, he didn't wake up, and man. It's like, Dad, hey, Dad, wake up, Pops, I gotta get to work. And you don't see him move. Wake up, Pops, I gotta get to work. You don't see him move. And then I immediately looked at his chest, and his chest wasn't pumping up and down, right? So, bam, it's like, oh, man. So when you go look at him, boom. The moment that I had, that I always remember, is that I picked up his hand, and his hand just dropped lifeless. Man. So when his hand dropped lifeless, I remember just saying, "Come on, Dad, you can't do this to me, bro. Not this. You ain't supposed to do this to me. You can't. What about Mama and all this type of stuff?" So, right. you know, immediately called 911. I picked my father 6'2", 6'3", full grown man, picked him up out the bed, laid him on the ground, you feel what I'm saying? And I always say this, I said, I felt I know what it is to kiss the lips of death. You heard me? When I tried to give my father CPR, you dig, I knew he was gone. His lips was lifeless. You heard me? And it was just you know, and you know, EMS came and I kind of remember everything at that moment. Because at that moment, when you go through that, bro, time slow down. You feel everything else don't matter. Like, I got to tell my mama stay over there. She's not going, like, ballistic, like having an extremely emotional moment because of where she was at in terms of her just a bit. Like, mom's was just kind of, it was the worst thing that could happen to our family in terms of my mama was the best thing that could have happened in that moment. And that is crazy. Right, so it's like, cause she, I didn't have to worry about calming her down. She was just right there chilling, like what's going on. Like she couldn't grasp the concept of what was going on. Right. So, which was kind of heartbreaking within itself too. But anyway, man, pull pops over, EMS coming that thing. You know, they put on what is the defibrillator, whatever. Put the thing on, same thing. Cut the clothes over, boom, boom, boom. Yeah. And try to give it to him. I told EMS, it's crazy. I know I'm smiling right now, y'all. Did just a traumatic response, but I told EMS when he was hitting him, he did. I looked the man dead in his eye. He gone. He already gone. I already know he gone. I kissed his lips. His lips cold. They didn't have no life in them. He gone. It was over with. So and then the worst part of it is because I had to close my pop's eyes. So I had to close the eyelids. The worst part of it is seeing blood rush to it. So you see white eyeballs go. It's like a horror movie. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you close that, kiss him on the forehead. I love you, dog. And I remember my brother, he coming in, he break down. As soon as he walk in, shout out to Butcher. He walk in, you dig. And I'm extremely empathetic. So, you know what's also a traumatic experience to me, dog? Thinking about how my sister, daddy's girl, my youngest sister. Right. But just thinking about how she got the information, because she didn't even get the information like saying that somebody was dead. It just was somebody, my sister-in-law, shout out to D Black, you hear me? That's my baby too. She called my sister, as you know, she crying. So she like, come home. My sister just went, from what I understand, she just went crazy. Like something is wrong and it's bad. Yeah. So she just started like, what happened? So, you know, they say that she went, but like went crazy, like jump, like K calm down type thing. And it changed me because man, it my whole world from that moment. This was so to put it in perspective, I was 22 when my father passed away. So
how old you was when your mom was diagnosed with?
I was 19.
You say it's MS, right?
Yeah, MS, yeah.
Right,
so I was 19. So like some people would be like, man, you wasn't outside. I remember a nigga telling me that, man, you wasn't outside. You right, nigga. I had to make sure, nigga, my life changed,
real
nigga.
Life family
I had to put my sister through college, nigga. The fuck I'm worried about going outside for. So, you know, and it just changed you, gang. It at that time it was like, you know, I grew up in a church, so I was mad at God.
Right.
I was mad at family. Right. It changed my outlook towards people in general.
So that was just grief.
Yeah. I think it was grief. Well, definitely with the God thing.
Yeah.
It was grief. It was rage because I felt like enough people. People that was supposed to be there wasn't there. But I would be remiss if I don't shout out Alice Walker. God, dog, shout out to my grandma. My grandma, Miss Alice Walker, rest in peace to her too. Man, my grandma, I remember my grandma telling me, Tyler, I'm worried about you. It's right after my daddy died. Like, I'm worried about you. You taking on everything, and you know, a nigga built for it. So you know, I'll be involved. This is my first time talking about this too, dog. Cause like I'm trying everything just to hold back tears and shit like that. Cause when I talk about this shit, is I know it's to the people that's watching, the shit turns somber, but I'm reliving the moment. So it's like I either meet it with aggression or I meet it with sadness and I ain't about to break down. Fuck all that. But that's how a nigga survive. Right. And it shaped, and we gonna get into it, but it shaped me to who I am now. So it's like I always been an individual that was okay with being alone, but that shit, like you say, abyss.
It's a different type
man,
of alone.
That shit, like, man, when you around people that showing you love, and you can ask my sister. I told my sister this. I said, Key, everybody was by a crib for about 3, 4, 5 days, maybe a week. I said, kid, they gonna be gone. They gonna continue living their life. And it's just gonna be us having to deal with our daddy not being here and our mama dealing with this illness and all that type of shit. And I'm so glad. Like, man, I really got much appreciation for my big brother and my sister because they didn't step up to the plate, bro. Cause I'm 10 years behind all y'all. To the people out there, when y'all was living out there in your 20s, you was turning up, you was making mistakes. I was inside, dog. I was literally working overnight. I was making sure my sister was straight. I was taking care of my mom. I said, fuck all that shit. Like, my mom's the last person that's you know. And I had to get back balance with that. Cause bro, the hardest thing I actually did was trying to fill my father's footsteps, and I couldn't do that. That nigga was my father died at 56, nigga. Right. I was 22.
I mean, that shit like that's a lifetime of experience.
Yeah, dog.
That you trying to fulfill,
man.
As a teenager,
you can't,
bro.
Man. I couldn't do that shit, dog. And I just realized I didn't realize that until I was 30 years old.
Right.
You hear me? I just realized how far off of a gap what he was compared to even what I am now.
So like man shit, so the shit I dealt with grief, bro, it's like, you know, now that I'm looking back on shit,
right?
I knew it was grief and I knew it was something that I wasn't familiar with.
Yeah.
But man, I'm talking about I wasn't trying to speak to friends, family. Whoever was trying to reach out, it's nothing I wanted to talk about. Like,
you gotta go through that.
So
that shit, bro.
I tried to like live a life of normalcy again. You know, trying to do things with friends, but nothing was normal. Shit was normal for them, but it wasn't normal for me. Yeah. So I'm trying to pretend like shit normal on the inside, you know what I'm saying? Well, on the outside, I'm trying to pretend like shit normal on the inside. I'm hurting like a motherfucker.
Man, that shit a different.
So
that
you know,
shit different.
That shit caused me to
that shit different, gang.
That shit caused me to like cut friends off, you know, not talk to family. And I knew, you know, some friends, the way they received me cutting them off, you know, they took it the wrong way.
Right.
You know, they might have had a reason to take it the wrong way. Right. I don't know. I'm grieving. Right. So, you know, grief caused you to do all kind of shit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So again, it's unfamiliar territory. So like, man, I'm friends with grown men. I'm like, man, fuck these niggas. Like, I got kids to worry about. Like,
it's different.
That was my mentality. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm like, different when that touch again.
Like, I don't give a fuck about how no nigga feel when my kids crying about their grandparents. I'm fucked up. My brother about to die. And like, like this shit, child's play compared to what I'm really dealing with.
People don't.
And they just, you know.
They don't. I can't.
I can't fault them for not getting it.
Bro, it's crazy,
it
bro.
It took me time to realize that. Like, I couldn't fault them for not getting it. You know what I'm saying? As much as I explain shit to them,
they would never
get it unless they go through it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, bro, people don't understand. Like, this is how bad this shit shook me up. For 4 to 5 years, literally, after my daddy died, I went and watched my mom and before I could go to sleep, I literally had to see my mom and sister chest go up. They knocked out of that bitch.
Right.
I have to I only slept
Right.
for like the 4 and 5 like ensuing years, bro. After my pops died, bro, I literally only slept like 5 to 6 hours a day.
That's a fact, bro.
People don't
That's
understand that. My
fact.
brother didn't answer the phone one time, and we went kicked down his house, dude.
Yeah.
Because you not responding right after my daddy
Bro,
died.
People don't know how to.
The fuck, boy, what's wrong with you? My sister-in-law called me at the time. My sister-in-law, like, he not picking up the phone. This nigga is asleep. He just knocked out.
Right.
But he ain't picking up the phone. Man, nigga went kick that boy door down. What the fuck wrong with you, boy?
I'll never forget, man, my partner Chris. That boy came by my crib one time, man. And that boy was working. I think he was on his lunch break or something. He got him some food and he come and check up on me and shit, making sure I'm straight. Shout out to Chris, man. Shout out to my boy Chris.
Shout out to Chris, yeah.
Man, Chris came, took a nap on the floor. Like my carpet was thick at the time, so it was comfortable as fuck. And nigga came, took a nap on the floor, dog. And I'm in my room, I'm playing the game and shit. You know, I get up, I'm like, hold up, like, man, let me go check this nigga. Let me go, like, making sure he breathing, like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm good, D son. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know, man, people just don't know how that shit have a cycle. Like, it damage you psychologically.
Hey, if y'all see this, I'm letting anybody that was at my crib during that time, I watched you sleep. I promise you. I watched you sleep. Like, why you think you was not down that building? I was roaming the hallways until I made sure everybody, I watched you sleep. I was like I was your parent tucking you in.
That's a fact.
Boy, that shit fucked me up, boy. And it you know, I mean, we'll get into that, but man, that shit, boy, people don't, and like you said, I can't expect them to understand that shit, but I do realize, the negative effect that it had on me outside of the obvious, I turned into not Debbie Downer, but Damian Downer. You hear me? Man, listen, you wanted to do something fun, man. What if this happened? Type shit. You hear me? I was super devil's advocate until a female I was talking to at the time. She like, damn, nigga, you always negative. I said, God damn, like, shit, you right, baby, my bad, right. I think I was doing that to my sister and shit too. That shit made me so hard, dog. Yeah. That shit made me. I did not show love. It wasn't that I did not show. What's the word? Emotions towards my younger sister. Mm-hmm. I didn't show emotions towards her when she needed me to be more softer with her at the time. And it wasn't like I was like, fuck you. No. I was just like extremely stern, but I was in a robotic place because that was my survival instinct. Right. Fuck emotions, fuck friends, fuck family, fuck all that shit. Cause whatever I'm feeling right now, I can't go to none of you niggas and talk. You know what I'm saying? And she going through this, and it was like she was going through the same thing. But it's like when you, but she had me though. She had me to lean on. I didn't have nobody to lean on, you did. Right. Somebody got to thug it. Right. Yeah, my older brother had me to lean on. He'll say it. Right. You did. He had his family to lean on, you feel what I'm saying? So it's like, man, when you 22 and everybody looking at you to make decisions, you like, man, what the fuck, man? I don't know what to do with this, man. I don't know nothing about no mortgage. I don't know nothing about all
this shit. You gotta learn on the fucking fly.
Like
this ain't
actually
shit that you was prepped to know.
Like the actual, and we as black people need to change that. Like, god damn.
Facts.
Like the actual burial process. Like, I was the first one to see my Paul after, you know, they prepped him for the funeral. And when my boy, I hated that boy because I was listen, let me tell y'all something. What a camera right there. Yeah, making payments, right? Making payments for a funeral, gang, is the worst experience ever. Bitch, you gotta go to a funeral home and bring them. Man, y'all make sure y'all get life insurance out. My dad had life insurance. That shit just came in late, man. But god damn, y'all make sure y'all.
Yeah, man. We have to get like that shit. Like, no, real talk. I'm glad you bring that up. Like,
that shit different, gang.
Both of my parents have life insurance, right? And I didn't understand how vital that shit was until you actually go through the shit to even have to use the life insurance.
Man, what?
You know what I'm saying? So man, for all of, for everybody, black people, Chinese people, Mexicans, everybody.
Yeah, everybody see this shit.
Get you some fucking life insurance,
Facts,
bro.
man.
Because
especially if you want these wild boys
Man.
out here, you hear me? If you triple OG gangster, YNs, you hear me?
make sure you got you some fucking life insurance, bro.
Mamas, make sure you put some life insurance
Man,
on
that
your
shit is so vital, bro.
Man, what?
It allowed me and my brother to skip so many steps, as far as preparation for, our services. And both my mom and my dad both got cremated. So them motherfuckers still made us get fucking caskets and shit when we ain't even need them. You know what I'm saying?
Man, but
I mean, it was what it was.
Man,
But
that funeral thing is crazy too. It made me a proud son though.
Yeah.
Because I seen the many people that man affected, you know what I mean? And I was like, oh,
the
snap.
reception
And
the
all
reception,
that man on it, the church filled up. I'm in that mud. Like, that was probably the hardest solo I ever did in my life, singing when I had to sing at my pop's funeral, you hear me? But, you hear me? It was good, man. Like, you know what that shit teach you? Like, because you're going to, when you lose somebody like that, the person that helped shape your life, you're going to go through a outrageous emotional roller coaster.
Facts.
Cause like initially when my father died, I was young a while in. I would have killed one of y'all boys. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I'd have put that pistol to your dome. Fuck you. You hear me? And then I snapped back because I was telling you I had a suicidal thought. A lot of people don't know that part.
Right,
I had a suicidal thought. You hear me? It was like,
so
man.
I want to get into that too. Like that's kind of what I wanted the conversation to go towards too, because what grief does, bro, like grief got stages.
Yeah.
Like it got different stages, and if you're not aware, at the time I wasn't aware of this shit. I didn't know nothing about fucking grief. Like I knew the word, but I didn't know the emotions that comes with this shit. So, man, you go through different stages of fucking grief, bro, and man, you go to blaming yourself for a lot of this shit. Like what you could have did, and I went through survivor's remorse. Because I'm like, why the fuck this shit couldn't just happen to me and keep my pops here, happen to me and keep my mom here? Like, so that should have make you go through that.
No, me and my sister, I'll not to cut you off.
Yeah, go ahead.
Me and my sister still joke about this. My sister, like, we didn't turn one of the most horrible times in our life. I guess I really feel like it's a trauma response. Because my sister would be like, you killed daddy. And I'm like, I be like, you stressed. It's because prior to my father passing away, I think that boy sent me to go get him like a little burger or something from McDonald's. You hear me? Right. And we joke about that shit. Like, y'all don't understand. Like, it's dark humor. Right, but because like for the longest I felt like I couldn't. For the longest I felt like I fucked up the family because I couldn't see my daddy. Right. Because I'm the one that found him. Like, nigga, what? Nigga, like, what the fuck? Like, nigga, it was my fault. Right. A part of me sometimes still feel like that, bro. I'm still working out the kinks, y'all. This shit not easy that shit don't go nowhere. That shit don't go nowhere, dog.
What, like, excuse me. So, like, what things that you, like, when you went through that dark period, like, what things that you started doing that you know was a detriment to you, but you was using it to, like, cover up all your pain?
I'm popping them, boy. I pop them perks. Bitch, I'm popping perks, Xanax. Listen, I ain't gonna even lie to you. I'm gonna show you how this shit went. My pops died. You hear me? Shout out to my cousin. I ain't gonna say her name. You hear me? But boy, I was fucked up in that bitch crying. She said, look, you gotta eat something. She brought me a sausage biscuit. Boy, she put a fucking Xanax in that motherfucking sausage biscuit. I took that bitch. I was on cloud 9. I'm out of here. Listen, if you was around me during that time, boy, I was a pill popping animal and I was on lean like a dog. You hear me, bitch? I was out there walking around like a fucking zombie. But I had my little cousins driving the car, bitch. I'm in the back, bitch. Them dope fiends that y'all see at the corner. But I had a time, gang. I had a time, son. Y'all see me solid right now. Bitch, I look like fucking, I look like a stick walking around that bitch. You hear me? If I showed you the pictures, you would know that I was on that bitch. I was leaned up. I was popping them perks. I was doing both of them at the same time. 2, 3, pop them. You hear me? I'm gonna tell you how bad it got, D. I went to itching. Yeah, I went to hitting them. I hit that shit. You hear me? My dog stopped working. You hear me? I said, oh, when he stopped working, I said, oh, it's time to quit.
You know you fucked up.
Yeah. I said, no.
That happened too for me too. Like grief, you know what I'm saying? Grief had you ain't even interested in that shit.
Yeah,
that shit
boy.
ain't even,
Shit no,
at
boy.
that time, you could have cut it off and I'd have been all right, you hear me? Because I went, you know. Then I did go through a time where it was like, fuck it. I'm out of just, man, I was using that to run to clear shit too. Like I was running through them at a point in time.
Oh,
because
yeah.
I knew, like,
oh, yeah, that too.
Like, running through them, bro. Shout out to them females.
Yeah.
They ain't
I'm sorry.
understand what I was going through.
Sorry,
I'm sorry. A couple of them did. You know, we was trauma bonding. Shout out to y'all.
I'm sorry, Queen.
But like,
if
man,
you was around that time, I'm sorry. I spent the block on you through that time. I'm
Man,
sorry. Baby, I just was trying to get right.
I was all over the place, man. I just was trying to find some type of fucking love in my life, you know what I'm saying? But man, you talking about you was on perks and lean and
I was
shit.
out of here.
Man, I had an abundance of weed. I was smoking like a fucking chimney around Christmas time. Like every time, man, I'm talking about I was smoking so much, bro. And like it got to the point where I wasn't even hiding them. I'm just smoking just because I'm enjoying the fucking process of this shit.
Like the pain went away. It's like I'm normal.
I'm numb like a motherfucker.
and that's crazy, gang.
Then I'm buying bottles of alcohol.
Oh yeah.
This one I knew I was fucked up. I had one got me. I'm getting hotels in the city, because I wasn't staying at the house. I couldn't endure staying at the house.
Yeah.
You know, I got a whole fucking 3-bedroom big ass house to myself. I ain't staying in this bitch. I just lost both of my parents in this motherfucker. I'm not staying in that bitch. And it's like months after. This like maybe a month or fuck. I'm lying. Not even a month after. Nigga, this was after my pops passed, so this was like a week or two after. Man, I went downtown, man. I went and got me a hotel for like a week straight. Them bitches was high as a motherfucker. Shout out to my cousin, man, because she had got me some discounts. You know what I'm saying? She got me some discounts. So, man, them fucking discounts was clutch as a motherfucker. But, you know, they got buku. Like, we from New Orleans, so we say buku. That mean a lot. So they got buku liquor stores and shit downtown, downtown New Orleans.
That's
all that shit cheap as a motherfucker.
That's a fact.
Man, I'm going to get big-ass bottles of liquor for $30 and shit.
That's a fact.
I'm in the fucking hotel room. I'm looking over the city like I'm fucking Tony Montana in that bitch. I'm down in them bitches. Straight out the bottle.
No.
I'm down in them bitches, bro. I'm talking about I'm straight down in them bitches, bro. And like not getting drunk. My body not even processing alcohol properly. You hear me? So I'm not even getting drunk. So I'm down in that shit. I was a mess, bro. Like I was a fucking mess, bro.
Nah, that's a fact.
Went to LA. I went to LA with one of my cousins, man, to try to just get away from life, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bro, I didn't have no fun.
Yeah.
Like, I was, man, we hit up so many fucking weed dispensaries, bro. Like,
yeah.
Like I didn't have much fun. So I'm thinking like, man, maybe it was him. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go back to this bitch by myself.
Yeah.
Maybe it's him. Fuck it. I went back to that bitch by myself. I started doing a bunch of shit that I always wanted to do, but was afraid to do. Or I went hiking. I did all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? And I was finding happiness in small spurts.
Yeah.
But for the most part, happiness wasn't a thing in my life for about 3 years.
Yeah.
From probably about 2020 to like 2022, 3 maybe. Like for about 2-3 years, bro, it was like I wasn't finding like real happiness. Like unless I was around my kids. Like that was probably the only thing that I seen like happiness. And I knew they loved me unconditionally. Yeah. So like it wasn't nothing fake coming from them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So grief make you think, man, everybody fake. You know what I'm saying? Make you think like
what?
Like you create your own different reality. This bitch like a virtual reality or something you create.
That shit.
And that shit bring you to looking at people differently. So, family, friends, like you just look at people very, very, very different, dealing with that shit.
You know what that shit made me realize, bro? I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but like I'm super accountable for myself after this whole thing because
right. That's a fact.
I feel like nobody in this world owe me nothing. And that thought came from when I lost my father and when my mother, by my mother dealing with what she's still dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
Cause listen, I'm not gonna say this like this because this is my mindset, but to everybody out there, they are people that do care and love about you. But in my mind, nobody don't give a fuck about me. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. That's how I feel.
And I'm not saying that as a woe is me thing. I'm saying it more as I'm a grown man. I can't expect anybody, like I don't have no expectations for anybody. Cause if somebody do me wrong, you hear me? D, if you was to do me wrong, and I would say to myself, well, damn, well, Tyler, you put yourself in a position to be done wrong.
Facts.
You know better than that. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the extremes that you go through while you in the midst of that stuff, first it makes you hard to deal with. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. I'm not and it's not extremes in terms of I'm fucking over people and hurting them and nothing like that. It's just that I might be here today, then I might not be. Like I might be in your life today, then I might not be tomorrow. You know, because I'm still figuring out myself. I didn't start figuring out me until after 30 years old,
Right.
and that was only because I had to separate myself from my family, not because my family was a problem, but I only existed in that realm to make sure my sister was straight, make sure my mama was straight, make sure my brother was straight, make sure anybody that my sister-in-law, the kids, anything that I love, I make sure that I love my family hard. So sometimes you got to distance yourself because these people that stand on their own, huh? But I'm just a person that it fulfilled me to go out my way.
Right.
That's what kind of that's it right there. Fuck me up with a lot of women, gang. I swear to God, say, because I used to try to fill a void with some of y'all. Hey, you see this? Hey, you was one of them women. You heard me? You heard me? I got a couple I washed out of you. He know. You heard me? We'll talk about that another time. You heard me? So one of y'all, you heard me? Hey, you heard me? Let me do that. You heard me? Put a finger to you. You heard me? Fuck all that. You bitch, you took advantage, bitch.
Yeah, I ain't getting into that. I'm letting that be. I ain't getting into it.
Boy, we know each other's stories,
Shout
boy.
out
Hey,
to y'all.
I swear to, hey, I want to say this. Young men, you dealing with grief, get around some people that you can be all the way vulnerable with, that gonna help you get through that, and then gonna laugh at you.
Don't. People that's not judging you, and talk to people that been through what you've been through.
Yeah, man.
No matter what, because, they understand from firsthand. And fuck, not saying that other people don't know or don't understand. Like, if I'm trying to get a motherfucking, for a podcast, for example, I'm not going to go to a mechanic and ask him about a podcast. I'm gonna go to a podcast and ask him about a fucking podcast.
No, that's
not saying that the mechanic don't know, but go to somebody in that realm that understand, that's doing what you trying to do, or understand what you trying to understand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So
that's a fact.
That's just some advice.
And I thank God. I thank God for that, man.
What's some of the things that? Like we just touched on substances and the shit that we was doing to try to get over the pain. So that's negative shit. So what's some positive shit that helped you get through, that pain and that suffering?
Music. First of all, repairing my relationship with God. Right, that was probably like the main thing, because it was like, and I've been in a influx. I've been in a roller coaster with my relationship with God. I ain't gonna cap to y'all. Like, one time I was extremely holy. Yes. And then sometimes you just backslide, you fall off. And then, because I came up in a church. But that music, being creative.
Right.
I wrote a book that I never published. It was like a short memoir talking about this exact stuff. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And just being creative. Getting away from New Orleans.
Man, that probably
If I'm gonna keep it 100,
keeping it
getting
100.
away. I love the city. I love everything. I love, especially some boy. Hey, shout out to the women down there. But but getting away from that mud, what?
Man, it does wonders for your mental. So like, you know, the things that kind of help me, like, you know, obviously I got kids, so spending time with my kids gonna always take me away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just talking to them take me away sometimes. We can have phone conversation and it take me away.
Yeah.
But I had to revert back to one of the things that I fell in love with as a kid, you know, and just kind of what people know me for, but kind of just playing basketball.
Yeah.
Like I had got into probably the best shape in my life.
Yeah.
As far as running and jumping and, you know, doing what I do. But playing basketball took me out of that pain element and it gave me like a sense of something normal again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It just made me feel free. Cause this is where I felt free at prior to all of this shit happening. So it put me back into that space, and then I had got into coaching. Shout out to Lil C, man. Lil C, you that dude. So Lil C was, you know, prior to my mom and my dad passing, Lil C was pushing me to come coach at the park. Bro, you know the game. Come coach. You got to get that knowledge to the kids. And I was hesitant because, you know, it's new territory for me. So, fear kick in, doubt kick in or whatever. So, you know, I went and did that. I went coach at the park. Now, this prior to them passing.
Yeah.
So after them passing, you know, I had to go back to it because of COVID, stopped us from doing it or whatever.
Right.
And then I went back to it and, you know, finding success in that in a new realm for me and gave me a newfound love, you know. So being around the youth, you know, seeing all that youthfulness, you know, all of the kids are very, very, very genuine, whether they being positive or negative.
Yeah.
They mean to be genuine. Like they doing it from a genuine place.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
a fact.
So just being in that realm and doing something that been around the game, you know, the game that I fell in love with, bro. You know, that shit did wonders for my mental. And
that shit do, bro.
And a highlight of that, you know, when I was still in New Orleans, the highlight of that coaching situation was Lil C was the same nigga who was trying to get me to come coach at the park. He was calling me to come coach at my alma mater middle school, Marrero Middle. You know what I'm saying? So I get to, I'm like, all right, bet. I come be your assistant, whatever. Mm-hmm. And how God worked, you know, when timing is for you, one of my high school coach, my former high school coach, Coach L, shout out to L Collins.
Shout out.
He called me, man. He was like, man, I heard you was doing some work in the community. You know, I'm at this school now. You know, we have a middle school JV team, you know, this, that, and the third. I want you to come, you know, join us, come coach the middle school team, whatever. And I got operate sometime, bro. It's like when I got that phone call, because I was looking to get out of the park situation anyway and go into a new endeavor. Like, once you breach a certain level of what you're doing, you want to move on to something else. So when he called me, bro, it's like I just knew this was my mom's and my pops doing this. Like, you know, I knew this was God kind of orchestrating my steps at the time. So, you know, he put me around God said when the student ready to learn, he's going to put you around the teacher. So, you know, that's how I kind of looked at it. So I got around L, bro. My first year, I still was grieving, man. I'm going to practice fucking high, putting eye drops in this shit. Because I'm fucked up. I'm fucked up still. Like, you know, so... But my second year there was kind of like, well, my first year, to go back to my first year, my very first, this is how God work again. My very first game was against Lil C and Marrero Middle, which was my alma mater. You know what I'm saying? So we on the road and fucking Marrero Middle kids big as shit. And I got little mathletes. I call them mathletes because they smart as a motherfucker, but they play sport. So this ain't they strong points. They more classroom ready type kids. So we going up against fucking football players that's playing basketball and shit. So, you know, I'm winning the whole entire game. We winning from, you know, we start off losing, then we endure the avalanche, and then we up 7-8 points. I keep looking over the little C like, yeah, you can't fuck with me. I know you can't fuck with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Thanks.
you know, it's a surreal feeling, bro. I'm looking in the stands, I'm seeing people I know and shit, and you know, they like, man, you doing good, woo woo. And prior to the year before I got there, bro, they lost the game by 64 points.
Yeah.
So I get there, man, this bitch go all the way to the fourth quarter, we up by 7. And Lil C, bitch, he made a chess move. I only had one real ball handler. He started double teaming my ball handler, and they was getting turnovers here and there, but I didn't have another ball handler that I really didn't trust. So anybody that know coaching or, you know, no sports, know that shit hard to come by when you ain't got no ball handler.
Yeah.
So he started double teaming my ball handler, bro, and got it out his hands, and we kind of lost the lead. And it was hard for me to make a chess move after that. So they ended up beating us by 4 points. Mm-hmm. But for me, it was just so surreal, bro, and I came, like, the emotions, like, because I knew my pops would be there. So I kept like looking over my shoulder, like I thinking I'm gonna see him, but it didn't happen. But you know, those moments, bro, like that's the moments you wish you could call your people and talk to them and tell them and wish that they there, you know, to experience those life experiences with you.
Nah,
you
that's
know?
a fact. That's
like,
a fact. That's a
you know,
fact.
I done had my daughter graduate fucking 8th grade, and my parents wasn't there to see it. You know.
Yeah.
Shit like that, bro. That's the bittersweet moments that, you know, you're happy to be in those moments and you wish they was there. But
that's the harsh reality.
That's the harsh reality of it.
Like,
so
I think about that all the time, bro. Like my father he won't be able to hold my first child. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My mother, you know what I'm saying? You know, my mom not gonna. Lord, if I ever get married, mom ain't gonna. You know, she's not physically able to be there. And my father he's going on to glory now. But it's tough times make tough people, dog.
Tough times make tough people.
Tough times make tough people.
Tough times make tough
That's
people.
That's why a lot of the stuff that I don't think a lot of the things that that the normal everyday person, the frequency that they be on, we probably not on, because you kind of go through a different trials, different spiritual trials, different emotional trials, different physical trials, and you kind of get forged. You get forged in that fire while you going through that pain.
Fucking furnace,
so
bro,
and
becoming something different.
And you know what I also had to do, dog? I had to understand that what I may deem as not serious, because I became, I guess, that messed with a lot of people, because you done went through something that's life changing,
right?
So, so when you see a female or you see one of your partners mad at their pops or their moms and stuff like that, to you like, bro,
I don't let people be mad at
like
parents around
that's not a big deal that she did that to you, gang, or he did that to you.
That's a fact.
Because I know, but I had to learn. Like, now I'm more balanced with all this, because this is when I'm telling you this now. This is 12 years of going through that for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I remember talking to a woman. She like, you don't understand. It is a big deal. It's a big deal to me.
Right.
And because to me, I was like, why are you arguing with your mama? Like, that shit stupid. But
this some minuscule shit to somebody who went through losing a parent. You know what I'm saying?
But it's not I had to learn it's not my place to be expressive like that, because you know, maybe, you know, to us it's nothing, like you said, it's minuscule, it's irrelevant,
right?
But that's because we would give anything to have a minuscule moment back.
Facts.
I would give anything for my dad to come back and punch me in my chest right now, boy.
I used to call my mom and just used to be like, "What up, mother?" Like, that's how we say in New Orleans, we say brother and mother and shit like that. So I just used to call her and be like, "What's up, mother?" She used to say, "What's up, son?" And whatever we want to talk about that day, or I just be like, "I'm just checking up on you, seeing how your day was," or shit. You know, those little small minuscule moments for me, bro, that's what I miss. Like, you know, and when I'm having life milestones, success milestones, that's the things that I wish that I wish I could just have back. Like, we shared I don't know if I sent you this post, but it was from Steve Harvey. He was on a podcast.
Yeah, I seen
and
that.
He was saying that the most it was tough losing his father because that's the only man that wants you to do better than him in life.
And that is 100%.
And that's 100% facts. My brother sent that to me, and from him sending it to me, it was just like, fuck, that's facts because shit, your father is the only person that would want to see you do better than them. Not saying that your friends and shit, or cousins or family members or whatever don't want to see you doing good in life, but your father, the only man that gonna praise you for man, my son did this, my son did that. He going to put you on that pedestal to show you that.
Shout out to the fathers,
man. Shout out to every father that's
doing
doing their thing that's in their kids' life, bro.
Especially for a young man, a young black man. Listen, bro, just in case you don't know, all the fathers out there, you feel what I'm saying? And, DU here, so I can speak for you, you feel what I'm saying? Or speak to you directly. Bro, I'm real big on men's mental health. I feel like that's kind of like a ministry that God's going to eventually take me on. But bro, y'all are so important, especially for a black man. Because y'all, if I had my daddy still alive right now, you heard me, my pops was still alive, bro. He's the blueprint that I would use because I come from him.
Right.
So I aspects of myself that I'm going through. If he was still here, I would go and ask him directly about, bro, was you doing the same thing when you was my age?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What was you doing? What, was you trying to figure this out? Boom, boom, boom. You feel what I'm saying? And it's and shout out to the father figures that has came into our lives.
That's a fact, man.
Since then.
That's
you feel what I'm saying? Now, I probably haven't opened up as much because I had a real daddy. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Had a real pops. And to all my brothers, to all my brothers that father wasn't in their lives, you feel what I'm saying, bro? Man, try to get you a mentor, dog. Try to get to it's cool to be able to do it on your own. And I respect you, brother. If your daddy was in your life and you figured it out, I respect you. You a different beast. I kind of say that I had that experience. I had the experience of having my father for 22 years, and then I had the experience of him not being here, and it's almost equal now. My pop's been gone for 13 years now, so going on 13 years. So but man, shout out to you. But man, get around some fatherly figures, dog. Cause
knowledgeable men,
you could talk to him and be
wisdom,
like, bro,
who ain't gonna tell you to crash out in a fucking emotional moment.
Cause I know I'll be a whole different nigga. My daddy was here. I know I would be getting just have, because you know how it is, D. You had a father, bro, not a dad. You had a father. You had somebody that you could talk to, and if he say something, you just all right, that's what it is.
The most craziest shit ever, bro. My dad ain't missed one game that I ever played in.
Yes,
he missed one, and that was because the game started unexpectedly early.
Yeah,
and he
on the phone.
I think he came later.
Oh, he came later. Gotcha.
Late in the second half or some shit like that. And I was playing football in middle school or something like that.
Yeah.
But other than that, the nigga came to every single game I ever had, bro.
Yeah.
Over the course of fucking damn near 20 years, you know what I'm saying? Damn near every game. So, man,
shout out to your father, man.
Just having that type of support from somebody that you love and respect, and
yes, sir.
Who telling you when you fucked up, who, at times you might not want to hear that shit. As a young man growing up, you don't want to hear when somebody telling you you fucked up. But
bro, what?
It's very, very, very vital to hear that shit, bro.
Oh,
and to be open and to listening,
Have you still got your daddy in your 30s? Say, bro. Oh, that's when they really come all together, dog.
That's a fact.
We talk about our daddies when we young boys. We talk about our daddies as teenagers. We even talk about our daddies as young men. But having your paw around as a grown man, Oh, that's a cheat sheet,
Yeah,
gang.
it's a cheat sheet.
That's a
Definitely
cheat sheet. Man,
Definitely a
let
cheat
me go
sheet.
talk to him because he been through this. Man, what is going on with my life right now?
That's a fact.
Yeah. What is
So
going
look,
on, man?
We winding down, you know,
That's a
coming
fact.
to the end of the podcast, but man, Tyler, bro, you know, Moses X, as they
Facts.
call him, you
Facts,
know, he
facts.
an artist. Go tell him where to find your shit at.
Well, listen, I'm putting in out new music, but for the old music, you can go on Apple Music. It's MOSEZX.
Right,
MOSEZX. Moses is spelled with a Z. And YouTube too, bro. MOSEZX, man. Go listen to it. I got all kind of music on there, bro. And I produce. So if you an artist that need a writer and a producer and all that type of stuff, come tap in with me, bro. I'm at that time. I'm looking for an artist. Let me put that out there, G. I'm looking for an artist to work with. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Because I feel like, you know, I can turn you into a star. So let's get with it, man. But D, I appreciate
Man,
you. I appreciate the 757 podcast.
757 podcast. This the first episode.
This the first episode.
It's the first ever
D,
episode.
we hit them like we hit them like clips. Hit them with birds don't sing. The first episode,
facts.
we hit them with clips that, like, you know.
Facts.
So y'all make sure y'all come
This,
back, bro, because we're gonna be
again,
talking that
man,
talk.
we gonna be talking that talk. I'm gonna bring Tyler back again.
Please bring me back,
And,
dog.
we're gonna have some hip hop talks. You
That's
know,
a
I might
fact.
get your input on some sports talks.
That's
I'm
a
gonna talk
fact.
about hip hop and sports too. You know,
That's a fact. That's a fact.
not just this tough life shit. I just wanted to get this out, man, because I wanted to, you know, dedicate this first episode, you know, to my mother and my father. You know
That's
what
a
I'm saying?
fact. That's a fact.
My dad, David Fauché Sr., you know, my mother, Susie Fauché. You know, they used to call her Miss Sue. They know about Miss Sue. And you know,
Shout out to Miss Sue, man.
and shout out to Mr. Eldon Walker. You know,
Yes, sir.
And hope moms, you know, continue to just live. You know,
Yeah, man.
it's
Yeah,
unfortunate
man.
that she got to deal with, you know, with a disease.
Yeah, she dealing with
You
that
know.
multiple sclerosis. But one thing I can say about mom, man, through that, dog, she cut from a different cloth. I definitely appreciate being a son of Devereen Walker and Elton Walker, man.
Shout out to Miss Devereen. Shout
That's
out
a
to
fact.
Mr. Eldon,
That's a
man.
fact. That's a fact. Yeah.
And, you know, shout out to all my partners, man. Again, it's the first ever episode.
757, baby.
757 podcast.
757.
The
You hear me?
757 podcast. You know, we wind it down. We're going to come to an end. And I'm going to play this fucking song that I love from Tyler, bro.
Facts, you hear
Like,
me?
I love this song.
Listen,
And we're going to rock out to this bitch on the way.
you hear me?
You know,
Shout out to our family, our friend Chuck Moolah TV. You
Shout
feel
out
what I'm
to
saying?
Chuck. Shout out to
You
Chuck.
know what I'm saying? He been getting on my ass. Hey, man, drop the music, man.
Facts.
Drop the music. It's like, all right, Chuck, I would drop this song. That's that villain.
Yeah.
This song was created like 5-6 years ago. So like if you like it, man, rock with it, man. We doing all kind of stuff, man. You hear me?
Right.
And once again, man, but outside of all this, man, I appreciate you, Diesel, for
Man, I
allowing me to come up
appreciate
here and
you,
be
brother.
vulnerable.
I appreciate
Talk
you,
that talk,
brother.
man, and
You know what
hopefully
I'm
help
saying?
somebody
Get
that's
that
going through the
shit out
same
of our
thing.
system.
You hear
Yeah,
me?
man. That was our mission for this first podcast, man, to get, you know, to drop awareness on grief and to get people to, you know, to try to handle this shit better, you know, to be aware of, you
That's a
know,
fact.
going through traumatic experiences. You know, if you need a therapist, man, go get you a therapist.
Black man should do therapy.
Like,
Don't be afraid.
All of that shit, man. I ain't have too much time to touch on, you know, all of that side of, you know, what I went through. But, man, I just wanted to get my story out there. Hopefully, you know, if I'm fighting through this shit day in and day out, man, you're not alone. That was the whole, you know, part of the podcast to let you know you're not alone. You
You're
know,
not
if you see
alone,
me
man.
on this fucking podcast, you know, talk about rap or sports or whatever we talking about, you know, just know, man, this shit stems from me going through something else. Now I'm doing things that I love to do. You know what I'm saying? It made me find different hobbies and, you know, so, but without further ado, I'm going to drop this song, man. That bitch called Villain.
That's a fact.
know,
Guess I'm a villain now. Yeah, you heard me?
We gonna vibe out to this bitch. We gonna vibe out.
Hey,
Yeah.
sometimes we
Hey.
become the villain, you
Yeah.
hear me?
Yeah.
Yo,
They become spiritual. Yeah.
Nigga hit my line, boy, I don't
Fuck with y'all. Yeah.
Bad bitches in the circle, about to play merry-go. When a nigga slide through, they
Be like, ooh, ooh.
yay, doing fine, baby. Yay, my niggas got that fire, baby. Niggas is ready to slide, they on go. Feel good when your neck and wrist on flows. I'm feeling fuck the hero, so I gotta keep that thing on me.
Yeah.
Your friend alone, but she said her friend horny. Bring him alone. Join one with the match of V-Lone. Got a hook from the smell of cologne. Kick her out or she won't let me bone.
Yeah.
Fireman, like my name is Weezy. Yeah. Oh, it's needy. Hey. New Christian Dior. Go to Perry, have you saying about Joy? My dude got the very different color. Like my mother with yours. Made the bitch clap. That's what you say to me. Nah, don't get me dapped. You used to throw hate on me. Lil bitch, boy, stay away from me. These niggas cap. I'm a villain now. Yeah. Shout out to Diesel, man. 757, you heard me? 757. Hey, we
757.
Sometimes you become that villain, dog. And you gotta talk your talk.
You gotta talk your talk.
Listen, cause I was talking about shit on this. I ain't gonna lie, son. I was talking about shit on this, you heard me?
Talk your talk.
Yeah,
I appreciate you, T, man.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
And we about to be out. Man. I appreciate you, brother.